After 2 months of marriage, I killed her husband with a kitchen knife and walked in his funeral. In January 30th, 2020, 12:48, Aya is a housewife who appears innocent and kind, but inside she is a devil. She is devoid of feelings of mercy and humanity, and planned to kill her husband, whom she had been married to for about 2 months, without any reason. To justify this heinous incident, she killed him with the help of her niece, and they threw his body in an empty lot next to his house. She claimed that his friends killed him, and she played the role of the shocked person in front of the victim's family and the police until she was exposed. Yoam 7 headed to the scene of the incident in the Tabaleen area in Shubra el-Khaima, where they met with the victim's family, who are living in a state of sadness and shock after what happened to their son, who everyone testifies to his good character and who was always friendly to his family. His father, Haj Saeed, said, "May Allah punish her. My son has been doing his best all his life, from his home to his work, and everyone testifies to his good character." On the day of the incident, I was asleep, and I found one of the neighbors knocking on the door of the house hysterically. So I got up quickly, and she informed me that the body of my son, Mohammed, was lying in an empty lot next to my house. I did not believe her until I hurried and actually saw him. The father continued, "I could not believe that he was my son, and I found the police and the people gathering. Then I found his wife crying, repeating, 'My love, Mohammed, who will you leave me to?' So I was comforting her and asking her what happened to my son, and my tears were falling down my face, and she answered me, 'I don't know. For sure his friends killed him.' Then she cried, repeating, 'My love, Mohammed, who will you leave me to? I will not be able to live without you.' The father continued, "The police officer came and took her to the apartment and found my son's blood under the blanket on his bed, and we discovered that she was the one who killed my son, with the help of her sister's daughter." The father continued, "My son has always been poor. He doesn't deserve this death. His wife used to eat and drink with us since they got married, only about 2 months ago, and I didn't see anything wrong with her. I want to take revenge on her, to get my rights for my son, that I was deprived of. We treated her very well, and considered her my daughter, and my punishment is to kill my son." The victim's mother said, "May God take revenge on her. She deprived me of my son, who was always kind to me. What did he do to her to make her kill him in such a horrible way, and throw him in front of the house without mercy or compassion? She is a devil." The mother continued while crying, "My son did not deprive her of anything. He fulfilled everything she wanted. During our engagement days, she was courting us, and we did not see anything from her, but she was treacherous. She made light of us all and killed my son treacherously. After the crime was discovered, she came down crying and asked me not to leave her, because we are her husband's family, and she loves us." The mother added that on the day of the incident, her son came to her, greeted her, and then went up to his apartment, until she woke up to the news of his death at the hands of that devil, repeating, "I want justice for my son, and I want her to be executed just as she deprived me of him, and I will never see him again." The mother also demanded the execution of the accused's niece, who participated in the incident, and that the residents caught her while she was throwing my son's mobile phone and the murder knife into a drain near our house, and she was handed over to the police. For his part, Counselor Ahmed Al-Prince, the victim's lawyer, confirmed to Yoam 7 that this was a case of premeditated murder. After the two accused women were devoid of humanity and mercy, he explained that in the coming days, the accused will appear before the Banha Criminal Court. The Shubra al-Khaima prosecution referred the incident of a housewife, with the help of her niece, killing her husband with premeditation and deliberation, and throwing his body next to his home in the Tabaleen area in Shubra el-Khaima, Kalubia Governorate, to the 10th Circuit Criminal Court, headed by Counselor Azat Hafez. The incident began when the Security Services of Kalubia Security Directorate received a notification from Brigadier General Abdullah Jalal, head of the Criminal Investigation Branch from the Rescue Operations, that there was a person's body lying on the side of the road in the Tabaleen area, Bandar Shubra, Shubra el-Khaima Center District. Immediately, Major General Hesham Selim, Director of Criminal Investigations in Kalubia, and Brigadier General Hazem Azat, head of Criminal Investigations, were notified. Upon moving and examining with the knowledge of Major Ayman Suleiman, head of investigations at Shabra al-Khaima police station. It was found that the body belonged to the accused, Mohammed S.A., 30 years old, a carpenter and resident of El Tabalin, Bandar Shabra within the center's jurisdiction, lying on the side of the road near the house he owned and where he lived, and he had been stabbed several times in the abdomen and chest. The body was transferred to the Shabra al-Khaima hospital morgue and kept under the disposal of the public prosecution. Upon examination, investigation, and inspection of the victim's home, traces of blood were found on the mattress in the bedroom. Upon questioning the victim's eligibility, the victim's wife, Ayash A., 23 years old, a housewife originally residing in Abu Zabal, Konka Center District, and currently residing with her husband at the same address, showed signs of confusion and suspicion. After tightening the noose on her and developing her discussion, she admitted to committing the incident, as she stated that she had married the victim a short time ago, about 2 months ago, against her will. Despite her refusal to marry him, at dawn today, a verbal altercation occurred between them, because she had disclosed this to him. So she resolved and intended to get rid of him. After he went to sleep, she brought a white weapon, a kitchen knife, and stabbed him several times in the chest and abdomen until he died. After that, she called her niece to summon her, who came, and they both carried him and threw him on the side of a dirt road near the house. They returned and put a blanket on the mattress in the bedroom to hide the traces of blood. Then they got rid of the weapon, used the knife and the victim's personal wallet by throwing them next to one of the nearby canals. The officers of the department's investigations were able to arrest the daughter of the accused's aunt, named Saba M.K. She is 16 years old, a student and resident of Abu Zabal, Al-Konka Center, District L. When confronted, she admitted her participation in committing the incident as shown. Under their guidance, the white weapon used in the incident was seized, as well as the victim's wallet, which contained his ID card and his silver Samsung cell phone. Administrative Report Number 4591 was issued by Shabra al-Khaima Police Station. She was sentenced to death.